It's Major League Baseball, and Underdog Value is wide open. I'm joined once again with Ross Benjamin. Ross, first and foremost, glad to be back with you doing some Underdog Value tickets. Major League Baseball's been very good to you so far, and if it's anything or any type of sign like you're going to do what you did in college football, the viewers better look out and get ready to cash some tickets. Also, with that being said, the last 3 days, Ross is 8-1 in SBR video picks in all sports. So obviously, he's cashing tickets, and he's doing consistently. How you doing on your end, my man?
I'm doing very well, Mike. Glad to be back with you once again. And in addition, folks, 4-0 with my Major League Baseball underdogs over the weekend. Saturday, we had Cincinnati plus 150, Milwaukee plus 125, and then on Sunday, Boston plus 103, and Seattle plus 109. If you bet $100 a game on each of those picks, you would have made a profit of $487.
Wow, fantastic. And with that being said, viewers, a big difference when you're betting baseball than football. And obviously you know that, but for the novice that may be just joining and tuning into SBR, all right, when you go for units in baseball and you're picking Underdog Value, you can really cash some tickets and take a more of a principle of that bet from the bookie. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. With that being said, Ross, let's dive right into it. I'm all over this game as well. The LA Angels are plus 112 on the money line at home against Kansas City, who sends Volquez to the mound. Now, Edinson Volquez is off to a major league start. I mean, he's 3-0, 1.46 ERA, but I still think that Edinson Volquez of old that used to get tagged from time to time in Cincinnati just might show up today. Break this game down, Ross, and if you will, let us know why Jared Weaver will settle down on the mound today for the Angels.
Yeah, I agree with Volquez. That assessment's pretty astute, in my opinion. Volquez, to me, is he's shown signs of being erratic in the past. He could have 3 outings like he's done to start the season, and then today he may give up 6 earned runs on 10 hits in the first 5 innings pitched. So anyway, let's get to the specifics here. Jared Weaver also off to a decent start to the year, 3.12 ERA. A lot of starting pitchers in baseball would take that over his first 3 starts. This is a Kansas City team, Mike, it's off to a great start once again, but they're only averaging 3.7 runs per game, and they have an on-base percentage, a poor one, of just 310. And you know what? Jared Weaver in his career at home versus opponents that have a 320 or less on base percentage, he's gone 45-14 in those team starts at home versus opponents of that nature, excuse me. And this is also a Kansas City team, lost 3 straight on the road, including last night's 6-1 defeat at Los Angeles. 2 runs per game and 6.3 hits per game during that 3-game road losing streak. I'm going to take the underdog value here. I like the LA Angels plus 112 over the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, Ross, LA has cashed 4 out of 5 tickets for me that I've used them this year, and I've just had a pretty good feel for them. And what I really like right now in this game, and you alluded to the fact that KC only averaging 3.7 runs per game. And you know what? My hat is off to them because the same as last year, nobody gave this team a chance. They said this year they would be at best a 500 team. You know what? They're coming out like champions, and the veterans are stepping up. But today I think it's changing, and it's not necessarily because of Kansas City, it's with LA, because last night Pujols, all right, he goes deep, he goes yard twice, and Mike Trout has had 3 home runs in the last 5 games, so this team is picking up steam. And then Andrelton Simmons, all right, the high-paid shortstop they picked up from the Braves, it might not seem a lot to people, but last night he was 2 for 4 and got an RBI. That goes a long way because he was in a 1 for 17 slump, and with these veterans, sometimes that little spark like that and then seeing the rest of your team hitting the ball goes a long way. I like it to cash as well, my man. I think this is a very sharp call. Now, with that being said, the second game, getting right into it, Baltimore is sending Jimenez to the mound against Tampa Bay with Odorizzi. Now, this is one I have to say you got to sell me on it because Jimenez, I cashed a lot of tickets in years past, fading him when he was with Cleveland. Now, he's 1-1. He's 3.71 on the year in his ERA. All right, Odorizzi, though, is coming off a horrendous outing. So I think that could be the strength in your story here and the reason you like Tampa Bay to go ahead and cash.
Well, let's keep it real simple from my end.
And excuse me real
Odorizzi,
quick, not
yeah,
Tampa Bay to cash, Ross. I'm not going to mix that one up on you. Baltimore to cash, getting back 121.
thank you for correcting that. Odorizzi, his last 3 starts versus Baltimore, all since May 31st of last year, a 6.11 ERA and a 158 WHIP. Not a very good history against the Orioles in recent starts. On the other hand, Jimenez has gone 4-1 in his career against the Tampa Bay Rays, a 2.56 ERA. Mike made some very good points in reference to the pitching matchup here. And also, it seems like he was teetering on the fence here, may even like the other way. He'll have to speak on that. But the Baltimore Orioles bullpen, in addition, Mike, 178 ERA on the season. Just like the value here. I'm going to take Baltimore plus 121 over Tampa Bay.
And actually, it wasn't one I'm leaning on. And with your record, I've got no reason or any room to dispute it. Maybe Jimenez is fitting in better with Baltimore. Bucky Showalter, he's a player's manager, and he really caters to a good pitcher that has an open mind and remains teachable. So I think you're onto something here. And again, with your record, Ross, at this point, there's no room to doubt it. Okay, viewers, you heard it. Ross Benjamin likes the LA Angels to cash as a money line underdog tonight, getting back plus 112, and the Baltimore Orioles to follow suit with Jimenez on the mound, cashing at plus 121. Ross, thanks so much for being with us. I want to continue this series. Let's do this together as we did college football, and let's just bring it like you brought it all football season. And with that being said, beat your book hard tonight, my friend, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, Mike.